Hey everyone, this is Myra. So today I'm going to show you how to make one of these little gift bags, and they're little purse bags. So when you open them up, they kind of fold into a little purse and you can store them flat. So I'm going to be using a scoreboard just because I cannot score a straight line to save my life. But if you're good doing this by hand with a ruler, you're fine with that also. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to score our paper. So we're going to score two sides at 3 inches and two sides at 4.5 inches. So right here on my scoreboard, this is a 12 by 12 paper. So I'm going to score at 3 inches. And you want to make that score, you want to be careful you don't cut through the paper. And then I'm going to do it at 9 inches. And score lightly. You just want to fold the paper. Now we're going to flip the paper to the other side, and we're going to score this at 4.5. And then we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 7.5 here. Okay. So now we're folding. So let me just move the scoreboard out of the way so you can see. So we're just going to fold on all those scores. You want to get some good folds because we need to do additional folds here. Okay. So before I start folding, we're going to do one more score. So this is what it's going to look like when you fold it up. So right here, we're going to create some creases because we want this to be like this. So we're going to create these creases right here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take back our scoreboard. And we're going to place our paper on it. And between 4.5 and the 7.5, we're going to score at 6. And you're not going to score all the way down. You're going to score like halfway down. And then we're going to turn and do the same on the other side. And we're going to score at 6. Okay. And it doesn't have to be a deep score. Move this out of the way again. Alright, so now for the folds. Now remember, this is how we're folding it, so keep your orientation, okay? So we're going to take this first fold right here, right there, and we're going to tuck our finger there in the corner, and we're going to bring it over to the other edge. So, and just kind of, and then what you want to do is inside, you want to press it. So you have like this triangle inside. And we're going to do that on all 4 of these. So you want to bring it in towards you. And you want to make sure that the score line that you have is inside. You can use your finger, or you can press it with, a score tool. So now when we close it, we haven't taped anything yet, but you see that we want these corners here, or these ends, to tuck in when we fold it. We want it to tuck in like that. So that's where we created the scores on the side. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab that little score that we made right there. I'm not sure if you can see it. And we're going to just fold it in, just at the score. And just make sure that your corners are tight. You don't want any edging there. And we're going to do it on the other side also. And again, I don't do, some people will score at the, from here to the edges. I'm going to show you the trick I do. Okay, so now that we have our tucks now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it again. And as you can see, the tucks are there. So now I want to create like a line that goes from the side. So all I do is I close it on both sides, and I make sure that my tucks are good on both sides, and I just press down, and it automatically creates those additional creases, and it creates them nice and clean. So now when we're closing it, we're like that. So now we're just going to start taping. So we have our 1 by 6 inch strips cut, and we open up and we're taping on the long edges here on both sides. And then we're just pressing in. So now when you open it, see you have all your creases. It's taped just at the ends. And now we're going to add our paper edging here. And I'm going to just taping. And I'm not the best at this, I'm using my right hand right now. And we're just going to match it up. We'll just press up. As so. And we'll do the same on the other side. I'm going to tape here. Oh, tape with your friend. Take that off. Oh, go back there. And we're matching up right there. And we're going to take this up. Okay. So now we have our piece nicely edged. So the next thing is you're just going to make holes so we can stick our ribbon through. So take a decent piece of ribbon. I say about 12 inches. I am horrible at measuring, but I don't use a ruler either. I just kind of eyeball it. And then you can do this kind of the same here, it's just eyeball, or you can measure. So let's measure. And I'm just going to mark at the 2-inch here and 2 inches in here. So it's a 2 and 4. That's going to make it 4. Now, over the hole. And because this has tape on it, freshly put in there, it's a little sticky. So now all you're going to do is you're going to thread your ribbon through. Do my ears. Your cute little gift box. Now this is made from a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. You can make this from an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper also, and I'll post the instructions for you. So if you have questions, post them below.